All right, hey, it's Grampz here, and welcome to Alaskan Road Truckers. We finally have a game for console, a trucking game, a simulator that is actually good. We'll talk a little bit more about it throughout this review. I'll tell you a little bit about the game, why I like it, and if you stay till the very end, maybe we'll look at some settings and how uh, you'll want to fine tune your settings to make it good if you're using controller on console. All right, first off, this is Alaskan Frontier. We're going to go through the tutorial, do our first job, and it'll take us eventually to our headquarters. Don't know if we'll get there. Some other things we get to do, we get to get out on foot to fuel and fix our truck. We get to do logistics managers, parking spots, and trailers. And we also have to eat and sleep to survive. So you'll need to stay warm and alive during the winter. But that being said, I started out on casual mode. In casual mode, we start off during the summer. All right, so the first thing you see that we have to do here is get our assignment. So we're going to walk over here, talk to our job manager. This is our last one. As you can see, I have a black background with white text. That's to make it easier to see. It defaults to a white background with black text. Maybe we'll look at that a little bit later, or you can look up some of the other YouTube videos on it. But this makes it easier to see. So our first mission is just to take some refinery equipment. So we will click on that, and we are ready to go. Now we need to go lock our trailer. So the first thing we do is we go over here, we point, and we just click, and that locks our trailer in. Then we go ahead and click on there, and it brings us up on the steps, and we need to take each one of these and plug it in into their color-coded sockets. So again, for the green one, we just take our little white pointer, if you can see it over there, until it highlights the socket. Click on it with our X on PlayStation. That's probably your, I think it's your A on Xbox. And then highlight the socket area, and we click it in there as well. Right. One thing to know is you get back down. You might as well just look back down here. Then it gives you the option to step down. And then finally, we have to raise our supports. So you just click X, and then use your left joystick. And you'll press either right or left depending on if you need to go up or down. And that is all that we need to do. Now, press X again to exit that, if you will, or A if you're on PlayStation. I mean, Xbox. And then we'll enter our truck. And it's going to tell us what we can do. We press down on our D-pad to start our engine. We press up on our hand D-pad to release our brake, or we can move our thing over to here, and it'll say press X to release your brake. So we can do it that way also. And there you go. Now we're going to hit R2 to start driving. Now one of the things we'll talk about a little bit later on is how to make some of your settings. See how it's a little bit jumpy there? All right. Here it wants us to change our camera view. You do that by hitting your square. I believe it's your B button on Xbox. You hit it again, you'll go to another view, and if you hit it one more time, it defaults to this left-hand side view. But you can change that, and I did. But you know what? I like to have the overall views completely. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's just stop here real quick. I'll show you one of the things. So all you have to do is hit your touchpad, and that brings up this menu here, and we can go over to settings. So in the settings, we want to go over to our camera layout. So here you have driver's side wheel, and you can change that. So I always put mine on distant camera. And I guess while we're here, let's talk about some of the other things. You can see at the very top here, we do have camera sensitivity. It starts out at 100%. I lowered mine to 70. It's going to be based on your preference and how you drive. They do give a controller layout if you forget where something is, and to the right side, if you're right, if you're running in semi-automatic gearbox mode, you have to hit more than one button to do certain things. I'm doing just automatic mode for this to casual because I play this game to relax, have fun, and just kind of be casual. I know different people have different ideas on that, so do with it as you will. And let's go over here to controls. You can see my gearbox is on automatic. One of the things I did was I changed my controller type to Alaskan, and I have my steering correction curve on low values precision plus, and we'll talk about that a little bit at the end of the video. And that's really about it. You can turn off AI if you want to, but I haven't found AI to be a problem in this game like we've seen in other games. Uh, American Truck Drive the American Dream as one of them, as they were very frustrating. Show tutorials, you can always leave that on, and this gives you whether Fahrenheit or Celsius, depending on where you live and what you want to track. Sound, I did turn off all the music because either streaming or recording this video, you can get on radios and in game where you could subject yourself to copyright issues. Brightness, that's something there. Here's the interface where I told you I put it on dark theme. If you take it off, that'll have the white backgrounds on your labels. And I think that's really about it. So let's get back into the game. Again, at the end of it, I'll show you a little bit more about the sensitivity, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. One of the things that I did notice, like I said, when you want to change the sensitivity on your wheel there, we might want to, let's hit settings again real quick. And let's maybe change this to low values plus and see how that goes. Sometimes that will make this a little bit smoother with the wheel. I know when it jitters, I was watching someone the other day and their thing was kind of jittery and jumpy and it was driving me kind of crazy. So it shows you that we have autosave. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys too that again, if you forget how something works and you just want to review, that's not what I want to do. Go back into your settings. And if we look at the D-pad to the right that says wipers, but if you hold it, you get virtual cameras. So you see we have these, virtual mirrors. If you see we have these there, you'd have to turn your head to actually look at them. I am just all over the place. It's telling us now that we need fuel. I'll show you how to do that and how to guess up. But if you just hold the D-pad, you see now we got virtual side mirrors. So now we don't have to look all the way to the left and right. We can just have our mirrors right there. I kind of prefer that. So if you're playing it, let me know what you think. Again, we can go up here. You can see a little bit of the scenery from up here. I'm drifting a little bit there. Let's get back into first person mode here. Oh, it wants us to talk about the HUD or the truck. If you just press your X and hold it, your HUD comes up. And we can talk about that a little bit later, but you can do some certain things from that HUD. Let's just do it real quick. You can go into your inventory. You can do CB radio. You can get a map, but we can hit a map other way. You can do a sleeper cab. You can call for help. You can turn on your radio and so forth. Oops. Just be careful coming out of it. All right, we should be coming up on the gas station here really shortly. Most of the mileage on this game is like 55, but you'll find that it goes from 55 to 25 really quick. And pretty soon we'll hear a little bing. See, right here as we're going down. Whoops. Almost blew it there. So that's telling us the gas station nearby. We can put on our blinkers. Let's go in this over mode. All right, nobody coming. We're going to go up here and put some gas. So this particular truck defaults to a 200-gallon gas tank. If you look in the bottom right, you can see the lights are highlighted green, and to the left of that is the little gas tank symbol. You can see we're at about a quarter of a tank. As we pull in here, we're going to see this little symbol right below where it says full fuel truck, because right when it's green is when we can get out and start filling up. So press up on our D-pad to put on the parking brake and shut off our engine. And now we can either just go over here and hit the X to exit, or we can actually just hit O on our touchpad, and that will let us get out of the truck. So now we want to point up here. Now this allows you to put in your mounts. You have to like pre-put in what you want. So we want to fill it up. If you just hold it, it will eventually default out. I think we should default somewhere around 140 gallons. There you go, 143.8. And it even tells you what it's going to cost us, $691. All right, grab this. And we're just going to move over here to start the pumping. And from here, we can just watch it go. Watch all of our money go away. But while it's doing that, we can walk around a little bit. You can see the truck. There's a store. We can go inside the store if we want to buy some stuff. But we are done with this now. Pull this out. Maybe we should do that real quick. It's not part of the normal tutorial, but let's go into here. And if we want to buy something to eat, we just press there. And if we want some chips, we press this and hold to buy. We want some canned food, do that, and we can get some instant soup. One thing to note is, even though you got like a chocolate bar and chips, you don't want to just eat those because it does play into your nutrition. If we want to come over to here, we can get a bottle of water, and we can get an energy drink, which is important if you get tired and you want to get on the road. The last thing here, we can talk to this guy and we can get some other stuff, like we get some coolant, engine oil, parts. That's what you would get from him, because they won't be on the shelf. All right, let's continue on. All right, again, let's take off our brakes, start up our engine, and let's go. We got a delivery to make. As you can see in the upper right, it says transport refinery equipment. And we're going to the PH refinery. We want to make sure that there was no vehicles coming there. And we got 4 hours and 16 minutes to complete. We started off at 5 hours. So it's telling us right now, roughly, that we've already burnt an hour. Don't worry, we got plenty of time to do it. But if you don't do it within that time frame, you won't get paid. And if you decide you're not going to deliver, it will ruin your reputation, which also prevents you from doing other jobs. So you want to make sure you keep a good reputation, that you're on time or ahead of time, that you don't damage your truck or wreck anything or damage any cargo. I haven't seen any traffic violations yet, but I heard that you can get a traffic violation for speeding or running in stop signs or wrecking or something like that, from what I understand. I have not experienced that yet because I'm such a fantastic driver, you know. Joking, really just joking. All right, hold on just a sec. Let's see here what we got. So again, if we want to go out of here, we can enjoy the scenery a little bit. I mean, it's not the greatest graphics in the world, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, for console, just what you get to do with this. I know normally I don't think I've ever actually recommended a trucking game on console yet, so I'm really happy with this. See, here we go. There we go. You hear that ding. You are now free to move about the country. I don't know where that guy came out of from. It looked like he fell from the sky. We do have the map in the bottom left corner, so you can see that we're still on track. If you ever want to see the bigger map, you can hit your touchpad. And you can see this is where we're going. And you can actually zoom in by pressing your R2, and you can use your right stick to move around, and that's where we're going. Also, this is where you pick up jobs. These things right here are like points of interest. So eventually we could buy a camera and you can go take sightseeing pictures and get an achievement for that. This is going to be our headquarters. We can see it highlighted on the map. And then, of course, if we need gas or there's a store, there's kind of highlight there. This is, or maybe that's not our headquarters. Maybe this is our headquarters. Can't remember. Yeah, we'll find out when we get there. All right, we are getting close. It doesn't really take that long to do a job. Well, you can actually do shorter jobs and longer jobs, but that's one of the things I like when I'm playing these types of games. I really just want to relax, and this fills that bill for me. So when I'm not playing other games, we can just hang out. I don't know if there's going to be multiplayer. Can't remember exactly. I don't think there is, but that would be cool too if we could get a convoy like they do on American Truck Simulator, and I think Euro Truck Simulator does that as well. All right, we are turning here. I guess we're following this guy. You going to the same place we're going? There's a parts store if you need auto parts. You do have to fix your truck too if anything's going on. All right, it does say a place to call your own. Your headquarters is nearby. All right, so let's take a look real quick. So yeah, that is our headquarters, not this one here. All right. That is what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I've only played this a couple of times. I've done the tutorial already once and a couple of other missions. I wanted to have a little bit of, just a little bit of experience under my belt for you guys before we hopped in and did this review. I didn't want to steer you guys wrong. I do know that on day one when it came out, first off, the price was messed up. The price of this is only $28.99 on PlayStation, which is less than half the price of what Truck Driver the American Dream was. It was really right in line with the logistics and some of the other ones. So, all right, we are turning in here. Overall, I've been pretty satisfied with it. The other thing that it did, it had some glitches day one where it was crashing. They put out a fix for that pretty much like within the next day, and so far I haven't had it crash, but I haven't been playing it like non-stop. So there is a Discord channel which you can join and get updates. So that's also nice, where you can actually hear from the community manager and the developers about what's going on, their roadmap. Oh, and when they released this, we got the game as it was when it released on PC, plus we got one of the DLCs that I believe PC had to pay for it separately. All right, we are going to move in here. One of the things you'll see when you deliver your loads, there's 3 areas like some of the other games, like, well, American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator, if you've ever played those or seen those. So we're going to park straight up ahead here, but I'll explain real quick. Let's pause for just a second and go up top. So you can see that big yellow square up above. You can always go park there. It's easy to park in. You get no parking bonus. This one here, you can see we're pulling straight in by the fact that the little truck square for the cab up at the top. We will get a parking bonus for that. And there's one right over here where we can actually back it in if you're good at backing in. I like to, like I said, I normally just do this particular one here just to make it quick and simple because I want to relax and get on the next mission. Now you see the parking precision on the left of the screen there with the 5 stars. It will start filling up as we get more. Perfect. So we obviously want to get 5 stars, right? All right, go back into the cab. Go ahead and put on our parking brake, shut off our engine. All right, let's put the trailer supports down. And we need to step up into here again. We're going to remove the sockets, put them back in their place. And we are almost done. All right, this one goes in the green one. And then lastly, press or point towards the center there so it'll highlight step down. We step down and we unlock the trailer. Now we can go collect our payment. On the job manager, we got 4.5 stars. We got 135 experience, $2,200 payment, a $250 parking bonus. Again, if we had parked in a harder place, we would have got, I think, around 600. No season bonus and no cargo penalty. So pretty good for the first run. And we've collected it. Now it just tells us you have completed the order. You're ready to continue on your own. Talks about how, or shows, you know, basically go and getting jobs. You go to the job manager and then you pick a job. If it's highlighted red, we can't do the job. It might be because of experience, might be because of reputation, might be because you need a particular license that we don't have yet. So you got to do that. Talks about your inventory here, your map over here, and then you also get skill points. So you can add skill points into your personality, your trucking, and your mechanic, which will help you out along the way. All right, let's go ahead and close that. We can go ahead and set this to go to our HQ. I'll go ahead and do that. So now you can see it's going to point us around there. But before we get there, I did tell you guys that we would go ahead and I don't know why I'm getting all this background noise. Let's go over here. I feel like I shouldn't be having all this background noise, but I am. All right, let's park again and turn that off. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the settings. Oh, by the way, there's your sun visor here. You can press that and make it lower if you want to, if you need to. There's your CB radio up there if you want to point to do that. And you can look back here and you can crawl back into the cabin. We'll just take a look real quick. You got some storage up here. And inside here you can put some of your stuff, like if we want to put the soup in there and maybe the canned food, we can do that. You got some storage down here as well. We have some engine oil already, a winter coat and a coolant in there. We can rest there. And it's talking about that we're hungry. So this is one thing too. So you can either go into your inventory like this and you can hold to eat. You can go back up into the front cab and hold down your X and then go into the inventory this way, or you can do this inside, but even if you're out and about, you can hit your top button on PlayStation. It's the triangle, and you can go in and you can get something to eat or drink this way as well. So you can just hold it, and as you can see, in the bottom, we have a happy apple. So it's nice and green. But let's get back to this these settings real quick. So as you can see that if we turn this, you can see how that's pretty smooth for using controller, but it wasn't that way initially. Initially, the camera settings here were the camera sensitivity was at 100%. So it was very sensitive, which means it would turn pretty fast. And then the controls, this was at console A, and this was at linear default. So now, if we turn, watch it. It's really kind of quick and somewhat jumpy. So it's all going to be based on what you need for your preference. What I have found for me personally is I like the Alaskan. It slows it down a little bit. It just makes it slower and makes it a little bit smoother. And then I also kind of go back and forth a little bit between low values precision plus or low values precision plus plus. You can try high values precision. That didn't work really great for me. There's also the precision steps. I kind of stay with like this one or this one. Either way, whatever you think works for you should be fine. So I found initially it was a little bit, it didn't adjust as well when I was out of the truck mode as I was in the truck mode, but that is also where I came in and I turned the sensitivity down to about 75, I think, what I was running it out. And again, I made these camera slot settings. Again, you have side right, side left, top down over the cab, windshield camera, rear view camera, bumper camera, driver side wheel camera, and third person camera, and then far third person distance. So you have quite a few options. All right, let's see what we can do here now. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Are you guys interested in this game? Do you already have it? Or are you playing it? How do you like it? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you going to get it? I think for the price of it, definitely compared to some of the other games I've played on console, this has far been my favorite. It's the only one that I've really recommended that was a trucking simulator game. So that's it for me for now. Thanks for watching. Please do leave your comments. Don't forget to like. That would help out a whole lot. If you want to see more of this, if you want me to live stream either on YouTube or Twitch, let me know that down in the comments below too. Be happy to do that and hang out with you guys. I think it'd be fun. All right, until next time, this is Grampz, and we'll see you.